It's the day after the very sad news that Her Majesty has died. I know this video is going out a few days after that, but we are Richard and Julia, and we're in town in Worthing in West Sussex, where we live, and it's the day after, it's the morning after, in fact. It's a very sad news, and I'm sure it's on their lips.
Everyone's grieving in their various ways.
So we thought, this is not like the launch of the English couple channel that we wanted to do particularly, but then, you know, events happen, and we were just curious to see how the public are reacting. Not so much to talk to them, but just to observe, and indeed the shops, the death of Her Majesty the Queen. We're just actually standing here as a mark of respect, look, by King and Chasemore, which is an estate agent. They've put out here some sort of dark crests, the Queen's crest, in their shops, and we're also looking to see if there's other shops that have done that. And also, you know, when a monarch died, people would wear dark armbands, dark clothes, historically.
Yeah. They would mark it, and I think that would probably be for the 10 days of mourning.
Yes.
Of the monarch.
So we've got, you know, black to represent that. I don't have a full suit of black.
Likewise.
Because we're not used to this sort of situation, the sort of monarchs dying. I've only ever known the Queen in my lifetime.
Most of us alive have only ever known the Queen as the Queen.
And we're of an age that we may well live through Charles's reign and see him, King Charles III, I should say, who's now on the throne, because he's, 75 or something? So we're much younger than that, so the chances are we will outlive him.
See the end of another monarch, and then the beginning of the much awaited monarch of King William. Oh, I don't know, will that be the name he takes?
I don't know.
Sure.
Look, yes, what number will he be? Anyway, we're just going to have a look round in today's video. So it's very different to what we want, but I have seen people dressed in black, and just wondering whether that's conscious or subconscious as a mark of respect.
Yeah.
And we'll have a look also in the shop windows. But just bear in mind, this is the day after, and so a number of people won't really, like shops, had much time to put things in their shop front. Although, here we go, marks of respect, black dresses, black shirts and black outfits are on display. I've also been thinking about the changes that are going to happen, because this is an end of an era now, isn't it? It's an end of a very long reign, and of course the Queen's image and coat of arms and all of that is printed on everything. Postage stamps and post boxes and
money.
And I was a bit confused about at first how quickly that changes, but I think it's after the coronation of King Charles III.
That would make sense.
Which is likely to happen next year.
Yeah.
You think that these things, I suppose, happening really quickly because we're in a world of rapid change and all of that.
I think as a mark of respect, it's left, a little bit of time at least.
Yes.
In the modern day, there's no rush, is there?
No, but I suppose it's that thing about not really knowing quite what to do and what you're supposed to do. I mean, I'm just curious to see if people are dressing in more somber colours as a mark of respect, or whether they haven't even thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, I do think I feel a slightly somber ambience around. But, life is still going on.
There's a lady over there in black.
Yeah. I wonder if she's done it consciously. I actually spotted quite a few people now wearing at least items of black.
Yes. I think in this modern world, if somebody was dressed head to toe in black, it's that old funny thing that somebody would look at you and go, oh blimey, who's died? well, obviously we know who's died, but perhaps people feel a bit uncomfortable in being completely in black and just want to show their respect in a more tokenism isn't the right word, but in a more subtle way.
Yeah, I suppose maybe it's also convenience, you know. You can't always have
we haven't
a whole
necessarily
set of black clothes, you know.
I mean, how many times do you go to a funeral and walking in a funeral?
Not many times.
No, exactly.
If you're lucky.
But walking about your daily business, going in funeral wear is probably not. You wouldn't feel comfortable, would you?
No.
Whereas just putting on a black shirt or a black trousers, it just shows that you've thought about it a bit. And at the same time, you may not. You may have just picked that up without even thinking. Let's go around and have a little look a bit more at the town.
Small window shops and things.
Yeah. There's a lovely picture of the Queen in this jeweller's window, and because she's reigned for so long, there are many different images to have of her at different ages.
Yes.
I think that's really nice, you know, they're not just all going to be of an elderly woman. You've got here a very, I don't know how old she is there, she looks sort of in her 40s there.
Yeah, probably mid-40s, I'd say.
Something like that, looking very glamorous.
Yeah. It's very fitting to have an image of her in a jewellery shop window as well, because I mean, the fancy jewels she's ever worn in her life.
Yeah, that's right. No, it's terrific. We've just walked down one of the busiest streets, I suppose, for pedestrians in Worthing, Montague Street, just to have a look really to see what the
situation is.
Yeah, what the situation is in terms of people wearing dark clothes and sombre clothes. And there's definitely, I think, a marked. I mean, it's so difficult to tell, really.
Yeah, I mean, because once you're looking for something, you might see it more than you would have otherwise. So but there is an element of that.
It's certainly a lot quieter than I imagined it would be. And I guess a lot of people are sitting in watching the television, wondering what to do, talking to parents and friends and relations and doing other things, maybe.
Yeah. I can definitely feel that it is on people's mind. You know, people are a little bit.
And either they've been told to dress respectfully for work, which may have been the case.
Suggested, yeah.
Or, you know, it's.
Well, like you say, subconsciously.
Yeah, some families may be more stricter on that sort of thing and saying, well, we don't go out, we don't do anything, we treat it like a Sunday. Or it may be just completely unconscious. I'm aware that there'll be a number of people who have no idea what protocols would be in place. You know, not just, you know, I imagine with the Instagram generation, and this may be me speaking out of order, is that the, you know, loud and vibrant is the way you conduct yourself on social media, because that seems to be what people do. But maybe...
Yeah. I was going to say that's something to note. I mean, Facebook profile pictures have been blackened.
Have they?
Yeah.
I've deliberately not gone on Facebook to have a look.
And the Union flag.
Oh, right,
on the profile pictures.
Well, there you go. See,
I suppose people are doing it in their own ways.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's national mourning, isn't it?
No, exactly, yeah.
So, but
I'm probably not going to do that, but...
No, I don't change my avatar for...
Love nor money.
Money.
Unless it's £1 million.
I might do it for money. Because that's something we need money. But I don't do it for just, knee-jerk reactions. But this obviously is not a knee-jerk reaction, so it's interesting. But I've deliberately avoided Facebook because I just didn't want to see all the virtue signalling that people do. I think that's a big thing.
I must say, the lady that just passed us with a black rain mac on, she had a black jumper with lovely, flowers on it, which is subtle.
Yeah.
And black leggings.
And I haven't got a long lens on this, so I'm deliberately not pointing the camera at people because you'd have to be very close, and I think they would take exception.
Not fair, is it?
And which shouldn't be done.
No.
Just standing outside Oxfam, which I am surprised that they have not. They must have got books of the royal family or something to shove in the front window. And I'm actually quite surprised that they haven't. Maybe they're hunting around or waiting for official directive or something.
Who knows?
But I'm surprised actually they haven't.
I am quite surprised at how few shop fronts have done anything.
Yeah, it's very odd.
And although it's a shock, it's not a shock,
No, people. You can say
the passing of the Queen being a shock.
Yeah, no. But what I was going to say is, it's not that it was unexpected.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
So we knew it was happening. So you'd think that shops, fronts, and people, if they had any respect, had already thought about, right, okay, she's obviously quite frail. If she goes this in the next 6 months, this is the display we're going to put up, and we'll do it quickly. But in some ways, that's a real shame.
It'd be worth coming out and having a look again tomorrow or the day after.
Yeah, to see
how many
see
more
the change.
have done that.
Absolutely, because by Saturday, which is tomorrow as we're filming, which is obviously a busy shopping day, I wonder if there'll be the big changes. We decided to come and have a cup of tea or coffee or something whilst we're in town, something we don't do very much of.
No, but I've got an appointment nearby soon.
So why not?
Yeah. No point going anywhere else?
Because we very much, as you will know, we tend to have cups of tea and stuff in the van.
Yeah.
Because it saves a bit of money, but it's quite nice to treat ourselves. So what are you going to have?
Probably a tea.
A tea. I think I might have one of their special coffees.
Yeah, I'd like to look at the menu because I'm a bit peckish.
Are you? Yeah. Didn't have breakfast?
I did have a bit of breakfast.
You were so eager to get over and see me and then get
filming. I flew out of the
filming.
house without any food.
Yeah. How does she do it? I can understand you. It must be difficult. Oh, here we go. Menus are coming. We decided, after having a look at the menu, just wasn't for us. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with it, and no disrespect to the restaurant.
Didn't fancy anything on there really.
But it's one of those things, isn't it? You're sitting there, and you're thinking, oh. Now they've brought the menu, I feel a bit compelled to buy something. Yeah. What is it? Is that a British thing? Is that an English thing?
I think it is. It's a stiff upper lip, isn't
It's like that whole thing about, I'm not going to complain when the food is rubbish. I will complain.
Oh, yes, you will.
And you've sat there and seen me complain and say, oi, sorry, this meal is not acceptable. Not if you're paying good money. So we just didn't see what we wanted. As I say, it's probably fine. What we need
is a good English tea shop.
Yes. And the question is, does Worthing have a good English tea shop? Let's have another wander around, shall we?
Yes, let's mission. A bit fancy.
What about next door?
Let's try next door.
We're struggling.
That one was a bit too fancy too. I mean, I don't mind paying good money for really good food, but I don't really want all the fancy food all the time. I just want food. Sometimes it's just give me a proper, decent, greasy spoon cafe.
Yes.
But an English one. An
English one. Well, there's an Italian fish and chip shop that has a restaurant on the side.
Cafe on the side, yeah.
Yeah, cafe rather.
I'd forgotten about that in Vita's.
And they also do chips. I'm tempted now to have some chips with my cup of tea. Yeah, you know.
You and your chips.
Me and my chips. I don't have chips very often.
No.
As I look after my...
But you are partial to them for a treat,
I am
aren't you?
very partial to them. I was just wondering whether the prices are up in places because of the cost of living and the energy costs that are, you know, it's being passed on to the consumer. That may be what's going on and getting us ready for more expensive meals. So the trouble is, a lot of these places are empty because people really can't afford to eat at those prices. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
There are, of course, the national chains that do coffees and teas, but they're national chains. Who wants to go there? I'd much rather have a family-run place.
Yes.
And this is one that we go to quite regularly for chips.
A local cafe for local people.
Yeah. They might be Italian, but that doesn't matter.
Who cares? They're local.
Yeah.
That's more my style here. It might be Italian in name, but does the bacon, egg and chips, double egg and chips, battered sausage and chips, you know? That's what we want. That's what we're after. None of this fancy schmancy stuff. Thank you very much.
We just moved so that we could sit nearer the light, natural light, which is very nice, by the window, watching the world go by and the buses. Anyway, paid for our food, and this is the change that I've got. Julia's got it, and already the notes that you've had in your purse for the last 3 days has, by osmosis, has changed to the king.
Oh no, it hasn't.
No, that hasn't. That changed. Oh, here's our food. Look at that. Yummy.
I was not expecting that to be quite so big. I'm going to need help eating it.
Don't worry, help is on its way. I'm here.
Not yet, not yet.
No. I've got chips, as we said.
Oh, that one is nice.
So that's the chili con carne.
Oh, Connie, put a coat on.
Yes, sorry. What's the other thing? Under potatoes?
Jacket potato.
Jacket potato.
You said packet jacato.
A packet of potatoes
Packet jacato.
with pili con carne on Fred Carno's army. Mean anything to you? Means nothing to me either. Right, let's feast. Mmm. So we've had a bit of an argument already because I always put the salt on first on my chips and then the vinegar.
No, I like to put the vinegar on first because then you get the salt sticking to it.
But I think if you put the salt on first and then the vinegar takes the salt to the lower levels as it falls down and absorbs onto the chip so that you have a uniform taste all the way through instead of just salt on the top.
I'm not sure it makes that much difference, to be honest, either way, but, you know, each to their own.
So what do? Do you put the salt on first? I mean, this is like the argument with the
cream tea.
The
do
cream
you have
tea.
your scone with your jam on top or the cream on top?
Yeah, let's actually not start that argument.
No,
because that's where...
I didn't say anything.
That's where people get blows. How is your chili con carne?
It is lovely.
You've only looked at it.
No, I have sampled. George, taste?
Yes, please. Mmm. Oh, yeah. That would be nice, smothered over chips. Must remember that.
Would you like some?
No, well, no. Oh, okay.
Well, there is loads of it, so...
I know. Well, you eat yours and I'll eat.
I will.
Well, chips eaten, chili con carne.
Downed. And enjoyed.
All very nice. So, we thought it's still a bit windy, so apologise if you hear wind. But as we are in Worthing,
Sorry.
we may as well just go and have a quick look at the pier because it's so iconic and it sticks out half a mile. Well, it doesn't stick out half a mile.
Well,
Blimey.
yeah, the wind is...
the wind is up.
Rushing that sea today.
Yeah, let's have a look.
It's right up today, isn't it? I don't think I've seen it so in.
And I have noticed something already. Look at the flags on the pier.
All Union flags.
All Union flags.
At half mast.
Exactly. That is good to see. And in fact, the turbulent sea is sort of appropriate, isn't it?
It is.
For change, for something new, for all of that. If it was just very peaceful and serene, well, I say
it wouldn't reflect the momentous occasion that is happening right now.
And it's very loud too.
Let's get down on the pier.
It is a beautiful pier, isn't it?
It is a lovely pier.
I love this pier more than Brighton Pier and many of the other piers that I've known. I think because it's, especially at the moment, you know, it used to have a nightclub on the end here, which was horrible.
But now it's got a nice restaurant cafe.
Yeah, and it's just very charming. It's a very laid-back sort of what's the word I want?
Unassuming?
Unassuming. And yet it is unpretentious is another word that you've used that I would have found eventually but didn't. Thank you.
Thesaurus Julia at your service.
Superb. It is just a lovely pier, and it's one that I come up to not quite daily but very regularly.
Almost daily sometimes.
Yeah. If I've been in the house and I've been editing and I want to stretch my legs, I walk up from my house up to the pier, and it's lovely. It's never sort of
people watching and then carry on.
It's never heaving, which is nice, and there's usually somewhere you can sit, and you do see people sitting down reading, bringing their chips and just sort of mellowing.
Yeah.
So I love that about this pier. It's very English. It's a very English thing.
It is. Very elegant.
Julia's just nipped into her appointment that she's got, and while she's doing that I thought I'd have a mooch about the town, and I've just come down to this street which I've forgotten the name of, and I'm looking to see if it's on the wall. But I just wanted to show off these lovely houses here. These beautiful pebble-fronted, not pebble-dashed, old houses, which I imagine is sort of Georgian period, part of original parts of Worthing. I should know more of the history of Worthing, so I could tell you, but I don't. But I'm going to go and have a look in a shoe shop now, because I desperately need some new shoes. There's a boot scraper, which tells you it's probably Georgian. Prior to pavements and clean roads or tarmac roads and all of that, the roads would have been very mucky, and of course you needed to scrape the muck and dung and whatever off your shoes, so you would have used one of those boot scrapers before you went into your house. This side of the road, of course, definitely not Georgian. This is Liverpool Gardens, which is just up from Montague Street in Worthing, just off the main core shopping area. And the town has built up a bit more, and there's a few more people dressed in black, I've noticed.
Yes.
Probably not as many as I thought. I wasn't really sure what to expect.
No.
But,
me neither.
No, but definitely I think there is a sense that people have shown a little bit of mourning. Anyway, so I think as an experiment, as a social thing, it's been interesting, if nothing else.
Yes, I certainly think so.
Now, we must do some thank yous, because in the post I had a parcel arrive to the pair of us.
Yep.
And we've got a lovely card.
Very beautiful card.
Now, Julia's going to read it and tell us who's it from.
Dear Richard and Julia, we're so pleased we discovered you both on YouTube. Given that your favourite colour is purple, Julia, we trust this blanket will fit the bill for colder autumn/winter evenings in the van. Wishing you both every blessing, Ashley and Jeff Bailey. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you, Ashley and Jeff. That's so kind.
And it's a lovely shade of purple.
It's Julia's shade of purple. We will snuggle under it in the van.
And remember you.
And remember you for sure. We also have some super thanks to thank.
Nigel Sadler.
Good old
Thank you
Nigel.
ever so much.
Thank you very much. Ka-ching.
Ka-ching.
And lovely.
And ka-chow to lovely Linda Kane. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you, Linda.
And by the way, thank you to Melanie Shepherd as well.
And other people have been sending in their regular support and donations on the email. I haven't got those to hand.
No.
But
thank you all so much. You know who you are.
And those that are in our membership area, thank you also, because that really helps us to do what we do.
Yes, thank you for being our rocks in the torrent times.
So I've no idea how long this video was, whether it was worked or not. It was a bit of a funny thing because of the times we're in. But yes, I'm sure the English couple are going to do some equally fun and fantastic things. At least we jolly well hope so.
Yep, that's the aim. Meanwhile, rest in peace, our lovely Queen.
She is sorely missed.
Long live the King.
Till next time.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.